بسم الله والحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه ومن اتبع هداه واقتفى أثره إلى يوم الدين. أما بعد فالسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Peace and blessings of Allah be upon you all, my dear brothers and sisters in Islam. In a continuation of the third chapter of this book, we will continue by looking at some of the attributes of Ahl Sunnah wal Jama'ah. We have meant what's meant by Ahl Sunnah wal Jama'ah and how they are the people who are united upon following the Sunnah of Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam and his companions. Today we will be comparing Sunnah and Bid'ah. Sunnah meaning following the way of Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam and the companions, and Bid'ah meaning innovation in Islam. The author said that their belief does not differ from nor go beyond what the Prophet believed and the Sahaba. So Ahl Sunnah wal Jama'ah, their belief, what they believe in, is as Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and the Sahaba did, and they do not go on past that or have any other means that would override Hadith and Quran. They do not accept, believe in, nor follow any type or form of innovation in Islam. They believe that Islam as it was when Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam passed away is perfect and cannot be improved in any way. They take the understanding of Islam from the Quran and the Sunnah, and they believe Islam is complete as perfect. As Allah said, اليوم يئس الذين كفروا من دينكم فلا تخشوهم واخشون اليوم أكملت لكم دينكم وأتممت عليكم نعمتي ورضيت لكم الإسلام دينا. This day, those who disbelieve have despaired of defeating your religion. So fear them not, but fear me. This day I have perfected your religion for you and completed my favor upon you and chosen for you Islam as your religion. As Allah said in the Quran. Muhammad said in Hadith, I have left you upon a clear path. Its clarity is the same by night or day. No one deviates from it, leaves it, except they will be ruined. Such a perfect religion that is perfect in every single aspect and cannot be improved in any way. Can't be improved, obviously. No good can be added to something that is perfect. If there is anything which you can improve, it means it's lacking in some regard. If you were to have a cup that was full of water till the very, very brim, could you add any more water to it? No. Anything you add will end up in you losing some water, for example. Likewise, Islam is perfect. Adding anything to it will take away from Islam and reduce Islam. This concept of innovation in religion, or bid'ah, what's meant by it? Are all innovations bad? Obviously not. Aeroplanes and cars are not evil innovations, for example. What's meant here is an innovation in religion, making a new act of worship. The intent of someone doing that act is to please Allah. Yet that act was not found in the Quran and the Sunnah. It's not based upon Quran or Sunnah. It was not known to the Prophet and the Sahaba. That is the meaning of bid'ah. Bid'ah can be in worship, acts of worship, and it can also be in creed and belief. If someone believes in bid'ah without actually knowing or meaning to, they have actually, their belief and their acts imply very, very evil and corrupt concepts. First of all, they are saying that the religion is lacking and that Islam was not complete. Muhammad ﷺ died and Islam had things which could be improved. That's what their actions mean. Otherwise, why would they be innovating? They believe that Allah didn't complete his religion and there is room for improvement. They believe that this religion has remained imperfect from the time Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam died till the day this evil bid'ah was innovated. So all the Sahaba and the Tabi'een, they missed out on this goodness. They also believe Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was guilty of either not knowing what was good, not knowing the perfection of religion, being ignorant of this good bid'ah, or that he knew it but concealed it and hid it, both of which are evil and are not suitable for the Prophet of Allah Azza wa Jal. They believe that the Prophet ﷺ and the Sahaba and the Salaf missed out on this good innovation, this good bid'ah, missed out on the rewards of it. You must ask yourself, if this bid'ah was truly good, wouldn't the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the Sahaba and the Salaf have actually done it? If they didn't do it, does that not prove that it is evil? These bid'ahs also open the door to changing the religion. Islam is a fixed thing. You can't choose and pick which aspects of Islam you like, what to take and what to leave. Instead, Islam is a package that has to be taken in full. This perfect religion can't be improved. If we open the door to having innovations, we will end up changing the religion to a manner which there is no real boundaries or limit to. It could lead to a complete changing of the religion. These changes are so diverse and different that they are what has led to this ummah being separated. If all Muslims followed the Islam of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and the Sahaba, there would be no real separations within the ummah. All these different sects and beliefs and differences between Muslims, most of them go back to innovation in religion. Allowing innovation in religion, these innovations differed, therefore leading to differences in belief and worship. I mean, if there are 10 people who all have the right to innovate and they all innovate differently, then which of the 10 should I follow? That will lead to 10 different groups of Muslims, all of whom will see that they are right and others are wrong. Following bid'ah also leads to killing sunnahs. Every bid'ah that comes into Islam removes a sunnah. Like I said, the cup example. The cups full to the brim with water. You put more water in, obviously, you will lose something. Likewise, the more acts of bid'ah you put into Islam, the more of Islam you lose. One of the beliefs that goes against this concept is the concept of what some people called bid'ah hasana, or good bid'ahs. This is taken mainly from two sources. First of all, Umar ibn al-Khattab radiyallahu ta'ala anh, he reintroduced Qiyam al-Tarawih, praying Tarawih at night in Ramadan, and said what a good bid'ah this is. That narration is often misunderstood. For Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, he actually was the first person to pray Tarawih, but he stopped it, saying that the reason for that is so it would not become mandatory upon his ummah. Secondly, the hadith in which Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam says, whoever starts a good thing in Islam and others follow him in that, he will get a copy of their rewards without them losing any reward from that act. This is not really evidence of a good bid'ah. If you look at the reason this hadith was revealed and the circumstances, you will understand that people who take this understanding from this hadith have misunderstood the hadith. A group of Bedouins came to Medina. Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was standing on the minbar and he saw them very needy, so he encouraged the Sahaba to give charity. People did not instantly start giving charity. It took some time for them to start giving. One man came forth and gave charity, and then others started following him. Muhammad saw that and saw how the charity had built up into a big mountain of charity in front of him. He said, whoever starts a good thing in Islam and others do likewise after him, there will be a copy of their rewards written from him without lessening from their rewards at all. And whoever starts a bad thing in Islam and others do likewise after him, there will be a copy of those bad deeds written for him without deducting from their bad deeds at all. The context of this hadith proves that what's meant is whoever revives a part of the sunnah of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. For example, you bring back into your family fasting Mondays and Thursdays. Or teaches it to others. You teach people the importance of witr. Or act upon it and others follow in your footsteps. In your workplace, you start praying duha. You start praying duha prayer, for example, and people start copying you. That's what's meant by bringing new acts, good acts of Islam back within the boundaries of the sunnah only. How could Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam talk so evilly of bid'ah and then praise it? It makes no sense. Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, every newly innovated thing is a bid'ah, every bid'ah is going astray, and every going astray will be in hellfire. Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam also said that every newly every new innovation is bid'ah. The worst of things are those which are newly invented, and every innovation is going astray. The famous statement that's used in the khutbah for Jum'ah. Muhammad said, whoever innovates in this matter of ours, meaning Islam, what is not part of it will have it rejected. The author said that the people of Ahl Sunnah wal Jama'ah are those who show care for the Quran and the Sunnah, and the greatest, the Sunnah of the greatest of those who have inhabited the earth, meaning Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So people of Ahl Sunnah wal Jama'ah, they follow the Quran and Sunnah exactly. People of bid'ah leave that. Some examples are, they only accept the Sunnah if it follows and agrees with what their mind and intellect tells them. For example, denying the attributes of Allah that they believe are not suitable for Allah, either by denying them outright or by distorting them and changing their meanings. Another example would be not accepting the hadith of ahad of single sahaba or short number of sahaba and tabi'een and so on in the chain, because they are ahad in regards to aqidah. Third example would be accepting the opinions and sayings of so-called saints and clerics, even if they go against the Quran and the Sunnah, giving them precedence over the Quran and Sunnah. If we look at this, we can see easily how these things lead to a breaking up of the Ummah. The author said, they are the people who have united upon following the Sunnah and rejecting bid'ah and division. Why did he say that bid'ah and division are connected? It's actually pretty clear why. Let's look at the first and last example we gave. If we were to use our minds to decide what's right and wrong in regards to the Quran and the Sunnah, in regards to Hadith, then our minds differ, likewise our opinions would differ, and we would end up with hundreds of different opinions because our minds are different. The second example, if you are to follow the opinions of saints and righteous people and give them the authority to make new Islamic rulings, then you will definitely end up separated as a nation, because all the saints will have different opinions and different ones, and that will lead to the nation being split up. We can see that, as the author said, loyalty of the Ahl Sunnah Jama'ah is based upon the truth, and their hostility is also based upon the Quran, the Sunnah and the truth. They accept what's right and reject what is wrong. And that is the only way for our nation, our Ummah, Muslims, to be united. Following bid'ah is the key to breaking up this Ummah, and following the Sunnah is the only thing upon which we can be united. Wallahu a'lam, wa sallallahu ala Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa sallam.